There's been a change to some abilities in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. We'll jump into those abilities, the ability points, how to reorganize them, the whole deal right after this. What's good, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rob, aka Roboto. So today's video, we're going to take a little deep dive into the new ability changes that EA made for Madden 21 Ultimate Team. In particular, we got the boosted ability points allowed up to 12, but we also got some kind of things that we have to rejigger in our lineups to kind of acclimate to these new adjustments. So we're gonna go over some of that, some of the changes that they actually made, the post that EA came out with today. But before we jump into all that, I just wanna let you know, if you are new here, I appreciate you for stopping by. If you'd be so kind as to click the subscribe button down below, notification bell right next to it, get notified anytime I'm live with brand new content. Also, like the video, thumbs up if you like what you see, thumbs up, thumbs up. It's a great way to support the channel. It's a great way to support me. And if you like what I'm giving you here as far as tips and suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it if you give a thumbs up. It's the least I would ask is a nice little thumbs up on the video. And in the comment section down below, let me know which ability are you kind of highlighting as far as either using or changing with this new ability change that EA announced. Let's jump right into it. So before we get into anything involving what's new, what's different, what's going on, as you can see right here, on my defense here, I have 17 out of 12 AP over there on the far side. So if you guys are having issues when you load into the game, maybe you didn't realize this was happening today, maybe you are playing a game and you're having issues and it's not activating for you, whatever the case may be, the first thing I would suggest you do is to go into here and go in and just deactivate every single person, okay? So just deactivate everybody, because it's gonna say defensive ability cap exceeded. So what you want to do is try to go ahead and deactivate every single person if you can. So as you see right there, we're having some issues, right? It was up to 12 and I had 17 there activated. So it's going to say defensive abilities max, defensive abilities max. Don't worry about it. Just go through and deactivate everybody. Deactivate everybody who is activated. And I would suggest to do the same on offense here. You want to go through on your offense abilities and go through and try to deactivate everybody as well. So the superstars should be the same here on offense. Go through and instead of just straight up activating him, you're going to want to deactivate it. It's going to keep saying defensive abilities capped. So you're going to go ahead and click exit lineup screen. So that way it can kind of save it, right? So then that way you can go through and just click in again. And then if you want to go through and try to activate something right here out of 10 out of 12 on offense, it'll click back over. It's going to keep saying defensive abilities capped. So the quick way to do this, in my opinion, is you're going to want to go into the individual players in question and just take the abilities off them, right? So right here, this 2 AP for Calvin Johnson, we're just taking that off of him. That's just going to be something that we already know is not going to be viable for safeties. Same deal here for Isaiah Simmons and Ed Reed. We're going to take the acrobat ability off them. I mean, arguably this is the best ability to have on your corners, defensive backs all year. So it's going to be a little change, but we'll go over that in a little bit and see what we can do different. Same thing here with Ed Reed. We're going to take acrobat off him because it's another acrobat situation here for the most part for non-safeties or non-corners, excuse me. So cornerbacks are the only ones that are going to get acrobat for 1 AP. Everybody else is going to get 2 AP as far as acrobat's concerned. But as you can see right here, we're down 11 out of 12 there AP. So what I can go in here and do is I'm going to go in and actually just click everybody individually and deactivate all of them. So that way we have a fresh restart here and we can see who exactly we want to activate. And it no longer says defensive ability capped, defensive ability capped. So if you guys are running into issues that way, I would strongly suggest doing that, going through each player individually and removing the abilities and then going back into the lineup, and then we can go ahead and rejigger from there. Let's jump into the EA post actually that they came out with earlier today. They also released it last week, and go over some of the changes. So this came out from EA here. As you can see, we've got some updates to superstar abilities and ability points cost coming to you soon. This came out last week, Christmas Eve. The team would like to provide a summary of the upcoming changes. Enjoy the following summary. New abilities added to MUT. So backlash tackles will get a fatigue penalty for any non-conservative tackle on a ball carrier with this ability equipped. So tacklers will get a fatigue penalty, okay? So basically running backs and receivers, fullbacks can get this, okay? So you need 90 plus truck 2 AP. Look, it probably would be good for power halfbacks such as Derrick Henry, or even right now with Bo Jackson. It could be interesting to check it out. Elusive halfbacks, 88 truck, 4 AP. So like that's something I probably would have put on Barkley, for example. Utility fullbacks, interesting, I'd say, especially for like an all-stot, for example, but I wouldn't kind of invest in backlash too much, but we'll dive into it a little bit. Recuperation will have quicker fatigue recovery. So tier 2 for all archetypes, 1 AP for all archetypes. Fatigue, stamina is low-key an interesting and important part of the game this year. I don't think a lot of people will factor that in when they're complaining about certain things that their players are and aren't doing. Stamina seems to be a real thing that EA is actually using this year. So I think that's something that, especially if you got a guy that you're running out there all the time, like a Tyreek Hill, maybe it's something to consider, but I wouldn't do that. Honorary lineman is interesting, right? More likely to produce impact blocks against defensive backs. So tier 2 ability for physical wide receivers. So you're talking about Andre Johnson, for example, right? Like he's gonna come onto your team as a physical wide receiver off jump. Like he's already physical wide receiver stock, and he should be up to 93, 94 for most teams. So 60 plus impact blocks. So we would have to check him and see if he qualifies. 2 AP, tier 3 ability for blocking tight ends. Yeah, we're probably gonna skip that. And tier 3 ability for blocking fullbacks. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. This is mostly probably for the physical wide receiver archetypes. I mean, these other two's not worth it for 3 AP. Deflator will produce more ball carrier fatigue when using non-conservative tackles. So this is interesting for linebackers and run support safeties, run stopper linebackers, and hybrid safeties as well. You need 90 hit power, okay? But it's a tier 2 ability for field general, run stopper, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, run support safety, and hybrid safety. Tier 3 for pass coverage MLB, pass coverage outside linebacker, and zone safety. They also need 90 hit power. The AP breakdown is field general, pass coverage, middle linebackers, pass coverage outside linebackers, hybrid safeties, zone safeties. 3 AP, run stopper, middle linebacker, run stopper outside, run support safety is 2 AP. Now, deflator is interesting because if you are getting completely, if somebody's just running the ball down your throat, right? If they're running stretch, if they're doing whatever they like to do with running the ball this year, it's interesting for a run support safety, right? Especially somebody like, I don't know, Jamal Adams, for example, right? A run support safety, somebody who's going to be out there, or even Harrison Smith, I believe, is run support as well. 2 AP to kind of decrease the ball carry fatigue, it could be very, very important, especially if you're trying to wear a guy down and he's just stuffing the ball down your throat. It could be something interesting there. So deflator might be something we look at. So the AP adjustments made. Now, this is the big one that everybody's been talking about. The new abilities, they are what they are, right? You can use them, you can't use them. I probably won't, but here are the changes to some of these, okay? So offensive, defensive AP limit will be raised from 10 to 12. Double or nothing, +1 AP across all archetypes. So that's interesting because double or nothing has been very, very, very popular in the community. And I think I've used it a little bit. I've also used under pressure. We'll decide which one's better. I'm probably gonna go under pressure here. But double or nothing, raise +1 AP across all archetypes. Acrobat, like we said earlier, raise +1 to all non-CB archetypes. Escape Artist, decrease Scrambler QB by 1 AP. So this is important for a guy like Michael Vick in particular, right? His Escape Artist is down, and probably can do something with Escape Artist and Gunslinger. So it could be interesting there for a guy like Michael Vick. I think Lamar as well, Scrambler. We'll check it out in a little bit though. Enforcer, decreased all linebackers and CBs by 1 AP. Run stopper, MLB, OLB are now set to 1 AP. So we'll check that out too as well for Enforcer. That's always been an interesting ability. People like it, people hate it. Identifier, decrease field general, QB, improviser, and all offensive line archetypes by 1 AP. Threat Detector raised +1 AP across all archetypes. Jukebox decreased elusive halfback and deep threat wide receiver by 1 AP. So that's something we might want to check out, in particular with Saquon Barkley, Tyreek Hill. Spin Cycle decreased elusive and deep threat wide receiver by 1 AP. Evasive decreased elusive a halfback and deep threat wide receiver by 2 AP. So they're really kind of helping out those skill position, mostly the shifty, interesting skill position guys there, by decreasing those APs. Tight end apprentice, decreased possession tight end by 1 AP. So if you have a possession tight end, which I believe I have 1 or 2 of them on the team, I think we'll check it out though. It's decreased by 1 AP. So that's important for tight end apprentice there, right? Especially if you're running a quarterback with just Gunslinger like I am with Herbert, and he has no Hot Route Master, which I think is an overrated ability as it is, but that's just me. Secure Tackler, decreased Run Stopper DT, Run Stopper DE by 1 AP. Human Joystick set to 8 AP across all archetypes. So that was 10 previously, I believe. Playmaker set to 4 AP across all archetypes. So I believe that's like QB Playmaker. And I think that's something else with the receivers, I believe. We'd have to check it out though. Or sorry, QB Playmakers right there, 7 AP for improviser QBs. So yeah, so QB Playmakers down to 7, at 7 AP for improvisers. Playmaker across all archetypes is 4 AP, excuse me. And Gunslinger, raise +1 AP, the strong arm, field general, scrambler QB. So that kind of hurts for Justin Herbert. It really does. It just hurts for these field general quarterbacks. Now it's going to be 2 AP for their abilities. So let's actually jump into the game here and see what adjustments we have to make, especially to my lineup in particular, and talk through some ideas and theories and so on. So here's the squad. So offensively, what we're looking at here is we have 10 out of 12 AP already handed out. Right here, Randy Moss, I put route tech on him just because it's Randy Moss route tech. So for me and everybody, people ask me, not all the time, but people ask me enough, what abilities do I like to run? On my offensive line, I like interior guys to have all day. Outside guys, the tackles in particular, to have edge protector. In particular, Jimbo and Jonathan Ogden have edge protector just because that's typically what works best as far as the current meta in the game, okay? Now, Gunslinger here for Herbert's going to be interesting, okay? Because he's 2 AP, right? So that's going to be interesting to see how we dole that out individually and to everybody evenly, okay? So what I'm actually going to go through here is show you Jeremy Shockey. Possession tight end here. His tight end apprentice is down to 1 AP. So that makes Shockey super valuable, right? That makes possession tight ends super, super important now because they're a little bit different than Tony Gonzalez right here, for example, who is a vertical threat tight end. If you put tight end apprentice, even though he hits those thresholds, tight end apprentice is not 2 AP for him. So a guy like Shockey, for example, now he's not a 97, he is a 92, but for a lot of teams, you know, that's very important. That's 1 AP that you're gonna have on a tight end that's gonna get additional routes when he's lined up at tight end. So I think that's super, super clutch for Shockey there. Offensively, I don't think I'm gonna change much, actually. I'm gonna look at Herbert. The Gunslinger being 2 AP is a little bit of a, it's an L. It's an L for sure. But it's still the best ability for a quarterback in the game. I mean, I get why everybody likes Hot Route Master for sure. I do. But all it gives you is 4 additional hot routes. And my thing here with the Hot Route Master and hot routes in particular is if you need additional hot routes for your receivers, how good are your receivers at running routes? You know what I mean? How good are you calling plays? How good is your play calling diversity? If you need Hot Route Master that bad, right? Then maybe you're not doing something right on your offense. I don't know. That's just what I think. I don't have problems running offense with Herbert, Gunslinger, and the routes that are already there, but I do get the allure of kind of customizing your own play, so to speak, right? Where it's like you can put this guy in this route, this guy in this route, and originally it was a PA boot, right? So I get it. So Hot Route Master has his pluses and minuses for me. For me, Gunslinger is still the way to go. I'm still going to keep Gunslinger there for Justin Herbert, and probably when we get Daniel Jones, maybe later today, later this week, something like that, we'll investigate his field general archetypes there. Saquon Barkley here. So evasive is 2 AP. Okay. Jukebox is 1 AP. Grant steerable juke and animations. Spin cycle is also 1 AP. I don't think it would be bad to give it a try, right? It's Jukebox, right? So Jukebox there for him is okay, interesting. And you know who else it might be interesting in? If we do, think about this, okay? Let me take route tech off Randy Moss because he's already a top flight route runner in the game, right? He's one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the game. Let me go ahead and just to try some stuff out, he doesn't get it right here. He needs 95 juke move. So we'll take that out for now. And I like to put, by the way, I like to put X factors on because X factors for me they're basically free. So why not just try it, right? Randy Moss here, what we can do with him is we could put something like evasive on him, even a route tech again, but red zone threat is so good, I think, for a guy like Randy Moss. But I'm gonna go ahead and put deep in elite. All right, so we're gonna craft deep in elite, put it on him because that for Randy Moss's archetype is 1 AP. Okay, so we're gonna go down there and do that for him. Well, I'll go here for Tyreek Hill and check him out though. Tyreek Hill is interesting. Let's see if he can get it. He doesn't get jukebox. He's so close, I think. 95 juke. What do we need here? What's his juke move? 94 juke. We're so close to jukebox and Tyreek Hill. We're 1 juke off. Oh man, that's so interesting to me. Odell Beckham Jr., we'll check him out here real quick. He's a deep threat wide receiver as well. I don't think, oh, he does get jukebox. So we can put jukebox on Odell. So I'll go ahead and throw jukebox on Odell. Tyreek can't get it, but Odell does. So now we've kind of restructured my abilities here. Let's add them back in here and see if we can get something pretty solid here. We'll add Odell as a jukebox here, and then we'll add We already have Moss's AP. All right, so Moss is already set up there. We have one more AP to dole out somewhere. I could put it on somebody. Could I give Saquon 2 abilities? Let's try Herbert. Let's see if he has anything glitchy for 1 ability point here on tier 2. Red zone Deadeye inside. Gift wrap is 2. Sleight of hand, higher chance of success on pump fakes and double moves. We'll do long range Deadeye. I'll throw long range Deadeye on him just for fun, just to see if it does anything for him. We'll try it out. I don't know the actual, like, you know, ability, if it does work or not, but we'll try it out for him, right? So the defense is going to need some construction, reconstruction, a little facelift here, so to speak. We're going to go through and add people back. So the main thing here, though, for me is I'm going to keep all my acrobats on the corners, okay? All the corners are going to keep acrobat. Acrobat, I just feel, is just such a powerful ability for corners in particular, and pass coverage guys. That is just, I think, just kind of vital. So if you have acrobat, I'm going to keep it on my top 3 guys here. I'm going to activate Jenkins as well, just so he has it as well. So there's Jenkins right there. So we're going to keep Jenkins with acrobat on. Now looking at it here, I have 9 more AP to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take a look at Mike Strahan here for power rusher. We're going to go ahead and refund double or nothing, because now at 2 AP, it's kind of pointless and useless. Before it was actually pretty damn good because it was 1 AP. Under pressure here is 2 AP as well. Instant rebate, successful block sheds, grant a pass rush point. So that's, I guess, okay. Unfakeable 1 AP, adrenaline rush, BOGO, indoor baller, Mr. Big Stop, homer, spitter, ripper, swim club, out my way, recuperation, swim club. Yeah, there's not anything great here for him on the defensive line, right? Like, everything is pretty expensive. Edge threat elite is 5 AP for him, 2 AP there. Reach elite, ability attack, sack while engaged with blockers. I guess reach elite, like, I guess. But I don't know. I think under pressure is kind of a little bit better there. But for him, we'll throw that on there for now. Right here, power rusher here for Aaron Donald. I believe the same setup's going to be here for him for double or nothing. Yeah, it's 2 AP right there. And his abilities are probably going to be just about the same. If we go through edge threat, it's going to be 3. El Toro is going to be 2. 1 here for clutch. And this might hinder a bunch of defensive schemes, right? Because a lot of people might be quick to not put the 2 AP on for something like double or nothing, depending on who they're running. So I'm going to actually take the abilities off Aaron Donald and leave him there kind of naked, so to speak. We'll go over here to Calvin Johnson here. Check out his safety as a zone archetype free safety here. See what works for him, what works best now. We could put something like out my way. We could put something like flat zone KO. Tip drill is interesting just because of how many times people drop passes, but acrobat at 2 AP is not the move, I don't think. The issue here too with Calvin Johnson is 1 step ahead, but that's even 3 AP, even I wanted to put it on him. So I think what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to put tip drill on him, just because I like him out there as a safety in the zone, right? As opposed to somebody I'm using. So a tip drill ability here for Calvin Johnson. We'll test it out. We'll run it out. We'll see what we do there. I'm not guaranteeing that's going to work, but we'll see. Hybrid strong safety Isaiah Simmons with his archetype here. Now, the interesting thing here is he has deflator, okay? He has recuperation, obviously. Enforcer there for him is 3 AP, right? So as we go through here and check out the acrobat, 2 AP, tip drill is going to be 1 for him as well. Pick artist as 1. Pick artist is 1 AP. 3 AP for 1 step ahead is kind of insane for a hybrid tree safety. So I'm going to go ahead and throw pick artist on there just to see if that does anything, right? So we're going to go ahead. Oh, no, I'm trading for that. But pick artist for Isaiah Simmons might be the move there, to see what different glitchy things he can get. Ed Reed's a similar safety in a zone archetype, and so is Eddie Jackson. Man-to-man and slot corners here, Antrell Roll, nothing is changing much for him. Janoris Jenkins and Rogers Cromartie are both man-to-man corners as well. Dion here is also man-to-man. The interesting thing for me is going to be defensive line and linebackers, right? What are we going to put on LT? Let's throw LT. His overall is a little bit lower in comparison to the rest of the guys. So what abilities he can get is kind of interesting to me, because he's been probably my best pass rusher all year. And I think taking something like taking that ability off him is gonna hurt him a little bit, right? It's gonna hurt until he gets at least another upgrade where he can get something interesting. And I don't know what exactly would be interesting though to to put on him. Besides that, we could try to put, I don't even know. You guys let me know in the comment section below. What would you put on Lawrence Taylor? Because I kind of just want to put under pressure on him and just leave it go. I kind of want to put under pressure on him. I kind of want to put under pressure on Michael Strahan, and then organize something for my DT there. Because Strahan for me is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Strahan for me is actually defensive tackle, right? Because I have Peppers on the outside there for him. So what I need to put on him, I think I'll keep Reach Elite on him here for 1 AP, and then what I'm going to do for Julius Peppers is put under pressure as well, so that way we have some pass rush coming on the outside as opposed to double or nothing. The double or nothing was just great because it was, you know, a nice AP cost there, but now that it's the same as under pressure, I'm gonna go back to my tried and true ability that I know worked for me, right? Under pressure was very valuable for me and what I was running earlier in the year. So I'm gonna run under pressure there. Now let's activate some of these dudes and see what we got going on here. Strahan, Calvin Johnson, Peppers, LT. We still have 3 more ability points to play with here. I could put something on Isaiah Simmons and Ed Reed just to close things out, but I will check out what abilities they can get. I'll put something on Isaiah Simmons here. See if we can put something on him for 3 AP at least. We'll probably throw 1 step ahead on him now that I'm looking at it. We'll throw 1 step ahead on Isaiah Simmons, see what he can do, especially as a in the box safety, maybe matching up against a tight end, running back on a little route there. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this right here. That's gonna be it for what I'm doing with abilities. That's the overview for abilities. These are some of the changes. Obviously, you're gonna want to go through and check your own lineups and see what are new for you and what you got going on with your team. But these ability changes are the ones I'm gonna make on my team. We're gonna test them out. We're gonna try and see what's new. We're gonna try and see what works, what doesn't work, and then we'll kind of reconfigure depending on what we got going on with the squad. So that's gonna do it for this video. Once again, the AP limits are new and they're refreshed and they're different. So don't be afraid to try some stuff out. Reset your lineups if you're having issues. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. See you next time.